Okay, picture this. You've got two friends. Both of them are 25 years old, both earn the exact same salary, and both have this massive dream of becoming wealthy. Now let's fast forward 20 years. One of them is completely financially free. The other, well, they're drowning in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, and honestly, stressed out of their mind every single month. Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're unpacking a cinematic story of wealth, and we're going to show you exactly what made the difference between these two friends. And spoiler alert, it wasn't luck, it wasn't about being some financial genius, and it definitely wasn't about getting a higher salary. It all came down to how they understood money.
So let's call them Alex and Ben. Alex gets his first big paycheck and immediately upgrades his lifestyle. We're talking a brand new phone, designer clothes, and a flashy car that, let's be real, he can't really afford. Every time Alex earns more, he spends more. He falls right into the classic money trap. But Ben does something entirely different. He lives below his means. Instead of buying things that drain his bank account, he buys assets. And this right here proves an absolute, undeniable rule of wealth. Money is not about how much you earn, it is strictly about how much you keep.
So what exactly was Ben doing differently? It really all comes down to one fundamental definition. An asset is simply something that puts money into your pocket. Period. We're talking real estate, stocks, maybe a side business. Financially free people focus almost all of their energy right here. They spend their precious time acquiring and building systems that just generate income for them automatically. Now, a liability, on the flip side, is something that takes money out of your pocket. And this is exactly what Alex was buying. That luxury car with the huge monthly payment, the expensive subscriptions, the clothes he bought on a high-interest credit card. It's wild when you think about it. While Ben was acquiring things that actively fed his wealth, Alex was acquiring things that predictably, month after month, drained it.
All right, part one, the biggest lie about money and breaking the 40-year trap. Look, we've all been handed the exact same script since childhood. Study hard, get a safe job, work for 40 straight years, and eventually retire. But the fatal flaw in that script is that relying solely on a job for income rarely creates actual wealth. A job gives you the income to survive, assets create the wealth. I want you to pause for a second and really truly think about this. If you had to stop working tomorrow, how long could you survive? 1 month, 3 months, a year? This is the ultimate litmus test, guys. True financial freedom means your assets generate enough income to completely cover your living expenses. Once you hit that magical point, going to work becomes a choice, not a necessity.
Moving on to part two, the power of compounding, or as it's often called, the eighth wonder. Albert Einstein himself reportedly viewed compound interest as the eighth wonder of the world. It is literally the magical element of time in wealth building.
Let's look at just $10. Imagine taking $10 and investing it every single day. Honestly, that is less than what a lot of people casually spend on a daily coffee and a snack. But if you take that totally achievable amount, invest it consistently, and just earn average market returns, it doesn't just sit there. It snowballs. It literally grows into hundreds of thousands of dollars over time. Because here is the crucial point. The magic isn't actually the amount. The magic is time. Most of us completely underestimate what we can achieve in 20 years because we are way too focused on what we can't achieve in just one. Financial freedom isn't built overnight, right? It is built through small, consistent actions repeated every single day. And the sooner you start, the easier the math becomes.
Which brings us to part three, the psychological barrier, and why most people never become free. Because think about it, if the math is so incredibly simple, why isn't everyone wealthy? Well, the biggest obstacle to wealth isn't a lack of money. It's a lack of discipline.
It's this constant battle between appearing rich and actually being rich. On one side, we have this intense pressure from social media. You know the look: luxury cars, massive houses, seeking approval through highly visible spending. And usually it's with money we don't even have. But being rich looks completely different. It's investments, robust savings, and thriving businesses. True wealth is actually what you don't see. Many truly wealthy people live surprisingly simple lives because they understand that appearing rich and actually becoming rich are usually mutually exclusive.
All right, part four, the blueprint. 5 steps to financial freedom. If you want to make your money work harder than you do, this is exactly how you structure it. Let's break it down. Step 1, spend less than you earn. Sounds super basic, but it is the absolute foundation of everything else. Step 2, build an emergency fund. You've got to protect yourself from life's unexpected disasters. Step 3, eliminate high-interest debt. Listen, debt will destroy your wealth faster than almost anything else. Get rid of it. Step 4, invest consistently. Remember, even those small amounts matter immensely. And finally, step 5, boost your income. Go learn some valuable new skills or start a side business. If you execute these 5 steps, you take total control of your financial trajectory. And that leads us to part 5, the final lesson, the true meaning of wealth. Because here is the absolute honest truth, financial freedom isn't actually about becoming a billionaire with private jets and yachts. Money actually buys you something far more valuable. It buys you control. Having the time to spend with your family when it actually matters most. The freedom to travel. The ability to pursue your actual dreams without completely stressing over how you're going to pay rent. And honestly, perhaps the greatest luxury of all, the freedom to confidently say no to things and people that you hate. Money itself isn't the final goal here. The true goal is freedom. Money is simply the tool we use to build it. You know, they say the best day to start building wealth was years ago. But the second best day? That's today. Don't look back with regret about what you didn't save in your 20s. Look forward with intention. Every single dollar you save, every smart investment you make, and every disciplined financial decision moves you one giant step closer to your ultimate financial goal. I want to leave you with this incredibly powerful thought, and I want you to really let this sink in. Financial freedom is not about being rich. It's about having control over your time, choices, and future. Let that idea guide your habits, your discipline, and your growth from here on out. If you found the structured lessons in this explainer valuable, make sure to join us for more deep dives into mastering your potential. Until next time, keep learning, keep investing, and keep building your freedom. Ask yourself, what is the one choice you are going to make today to take your control back?